So I would prefer to not put out so much Celtics content on the channel, but they remain a whirlwind for me this year, man. And I almost did a post-game reaction to yesterday, but I don't know, I just didn't. Here we are now. I thought it was just going to be another loss. That's what it was looking like. I mean, they started out the game shooting so many bad threes, and eventually they just kind of went alive. And the biggest thing was defensively, they played what felt like one of their best defensive games. I mean, they just collapsed on Campazzo there. Of course, no Jamal Murray certainly helped them out in this game, but this is still a big win. I mean, Celtics fans will kind of take anything with this season. Was there potentially a foul there? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Kemba was really aggressive going to the rim. It wasn't just in the full court, it was also in the half court. He had a couple possessions that were big as well. And that's been a little frustrating with Kemba this year because he's mainly been taking jump shots. I didn't love this Jalen shot when it first went up. I thought Jalen had a couple of those where it was like, man, you could have just kept going. This is one of the Kemba layups that I was talking about. Splitting the double team and just going in there. You love to see it. I would love to see if there's going to be any of the ways that they defended Jokic, because they basically just dared him to shoot. I think on this one they brought defenders, and well, it almost kind of worked, but Barton, he got it. And I get like one post up on Jokic. This happened what felt like 5 or 6 times, where it's Grant Williams on Jokic, stay home on guys, and just dare him to make a shot. And I mean, yeah, you're going to need some breaks from the refs sometimes. I don't know if that was a foul. Nuggets fans might say it is. Jokic definitely thinks it is. But Jokic was just like taking himself out of the game, really. I mean, look at that. And that was not the only time he did that, where he's just looking at the ref like, what's going on, man? And while that's happening, the Celtics go down the other way. That was big. They have the Blazers next, and if they beat the Blazers, it's officially time to be like pretty excited as a Celtics fan. I know it's a scary thought with this season, I know, but they're kind of on a run right now. What else happened? Steph Curry, 19 points away from being the Warriors' all-time leading scorer, passing Wilt Chamberlain. You're telling me Monte Ellis isn't the all-time Warriors guy? Shout out to Monte. This is cool. 17,000 points. It's kind of wild to think that Steph, quote-unquote, only has 17,000 points, but he spent the first, 4 years of his career being a, 17-point guy or low 20 guy. DeRozan gives the Spurs the lead with a half second left. There were so many games last night, I wasn't able to watch this because I was watching the Wolves and the Bulls, which maybe that was my mistake for watching that game, but it was an entertaining game, so I didn't get to see this at all because I don't like to watch multiple games at once. I just like to lock in on one game at a time. And sometimes I miss moments like this, but hey, you know what's cool. Anyway, yeah, DeRozan. I really do think, and I keep saying this, I think they should just, well, I don't think they should. I mean, it depends on what's out there, and he might just leave, but I don't think it's bad to just bring him back. I think he's a good fit for this team, especially with his jump as a passer. Aaron Gordon on his love for chess, what speaks to me is the uniqueness to each game. This is like a very profound take on chess. Does he have a take on Queen's Gambit, which everybody was going nuts over and everybody forgot about kind of fast? Luka has gotten 12 techs this year. He's only 4 away from being suspended. Rasheed Wallace would have 20 techs by now. Get your tech game up, Luka. PG, poster on Isaiah Stewart. Yeah, there were a few pretty wild dunks last night. Isaiah Stewart, he plays really hard. So you feel good about him for that sake, and you applaud going for the block. But it's just how it is, man. And then this was the other one. Miles Bridges just detonates on Clint Capella. This one was nuts. We got somebody on the ground, so it was already chaos. He beats, that's Bogdanovich off the dribble, and then just, oh my goodness. And then the Hornets guy went absolutely wild on this one. And then we had Lonnie Walker as well. A lot of things happened last night. A lot of things. The last couple nights have been pretty damn fun in the NBA, I gotta say. Lonnie Walker's extension is this offseason. I don't think the Spurs are going to want to bring him back for that much money, but if they can keep him on a bargain, then okay. He's a bit inconsistent, but he's got some life as a shooter and as a finisher. Zion tonight, 38, 9, and 4 on 16 for 22 shooting. Is Zion not already like the 11th best player in the NBA? Kind of feel like he is. Clyde Frazier, every time I pass by Weed World. Mike Breen, you pass by Weed World, okay? Mike Breen and Clyde Frazier are the best commentator duo. Usually I have games on mute, and I will either be listening to a podcast or listening to music while I watch. The Knicks are like the one team where I have the game on so I can listen to them. Siakam double dribbles, the late fast break. Yeah, this... I was watching this one. I did catch this one. It was Bulls, Wolves, and then I think I went right into this game. And Alec Burks did like kind of a bit in that game. Remember, Clyde Frazier was going wild over like Alec Burks doing a lot of stuff. Before RJ Barrett hit that corner three, of course. What is Siakam doing the thing for? Here's the thing. Ever since we brought replays in, there's a lot of this going on. There's a lot of like, bro, you double dribbled. Deal with it, okay? Here it is. This is the ultimate Grant Williams locks up Jokic. Oh, it was the very next possession when I clicked off of the thing before. He's already barking at the ref. This is like a thing you do in 2K where you just go to the thing that keeps not working because you want to prove it works or something. That's pretty much the way to guard Jokic, is like you gotta stay home on everybody. Put somebody shorter on them so they can put all of their weight into pushing them off the spot. You know, bring like one guy really late and hope that he misses pretty much. RJ with the clutch corner three. This prompted my RJ parentheses jump shot Barrett tweet. It's good stuff. RJ's been going crazy lately, man. I might do a video on RJ. Towns breaks Vooch and soars in for the slam. The terminology on these is sometimes so like what does this mean if it wasn't applying to basketball? Damn, man, that's rough. Because Vooch is like, what, 6'11", 7 feet? Towns, I might do a video on Towns as well, because his potential has really been unlocked under Chris Finch, because they're just running so many elbow sets and picking pops from the elbow, and they're getting action around that, and been really, really effective. Zach LaVine punishes the rim against his former team. What is this, like 5 dunks tonight? 6 dunks, whatever it is. Just cut to the basket. Was that a Kogi? I think a Kogi got beat on that cut there. Yeah, because he came in for a split second because he thought he was going to be involved in the handoff play. That's a good play right there. In watching this game, I will say, the Bulls lineup of Satoransky, Patrick Williams, Thad Young, LaVine, and Vooch, I think that lineup makes a lot of sense. The moment they go away from that lineup, it gets bad kind of quick. I mean, Daniel Tice, good fundamental guy, so okay. Troy Brown kind of does what you tell him to do. But it's mainly the Kobe White Markkanen. Like, once those two come in the game, it's just like, ooh, I don't know. I don't think those guys are good. Markkanen's definitely not going to be on the Bulls next year. Kobe White, maybe. But I won't say too much. I'll probably do a video on the Bulls. Sadiq Bey, 25 points, 8 of 12 shooting from the field, 5 for 8 from deep, 4 for 4 from the line. Yeah, man, the Pistons got somebody with Sadiq Bey. I wish the Celtics picked him. At the same time, if he was on the Celtics, he might not have played as much. The Danny Ainge, like, stuff, some of it I think is overblown, but I do think he has stuck to, like, picks in the teens and the 20s a little too much. Jalen, Thunder Jam down the lane. Great terminology again. This pretty much put the stamp on the game. And it seemed like they let out some frustration in this game, honestly. Tatum had a big dunk as well, and we'll see. We'll see, man.